All right, here we are live again. Continuiamo
Con te, con voi.
con voi, everyone. Today we will talk about energy. Energy is a very mainstream word now used all over from science to spirituality, and we will ask ourselves what energies are and how they work, and and how they are related with our spiritual and personal growth journey. So, Gnomo, first of all, in your Damanhurian experience, I'm trying to get back, okay, in my camera. What are energies? So, when we talk about energy, what do we mean?
Yes. First of all, uh, this is not a very simple topic because also modern physics is still having trouble trying to really understand what energy is. To be very honest, no one know exactly what energy is. Because every time we try to describe a kind of energy, we are always talking about something more that creating this energy. What is the real source of all the different kind of energy? It's a mystery. What is for sure is that without energy, nothing exists. It's not possible to have particles, to have colors, to have sound, to have to have something. In order to perceive something, in order to have
Mhm.
universe, in order to exist, we need some kind of energy it's moving. That's it's vibrating. Uh,
All right.
what if in, instead of the idea we have, the very um, classic idea about energy we have, what if energy is something very different? For example, the way um, to create a sort of change in order to um, create diversity, or using other words, without energy we can't really describe differences. We can really describe something that is different from some other thing. So the only way for the absolute to create many colors, many differences, is to have an energy that move, an energy that transform, an energy that create. I know. I really I understand that it's very, it's very general. This topic. It's very. Also, my description is very, you know, very flat. We have to enter deeply into this topic with some more question to understand what really is. For sure, what we understand, what we are trying to describe and to prove, like the Manurians, is that it's not it's not so easy, and it's not. We have to be careful not to be focused on a certain kind of energy, saying this is the main energy, because energy uh, it's something very complex.
Yeah, and thank you, Nyomo, because that's the direction that we are taking right now as Damanhur, is to begin research where we can prove scientifically that our selfic tools, our pranatherapy, and some of our tools that we use and we have been using, of course, as with a spiritual, let's say, style approach, they are actually working on a scientific level. This is why we have just done here in September a meeting with other researchers talking about energy, how to measure energy. Gnomo, where we are right now on this topic on this level, on the measurement of energy in the spirit? Or where do you think is going to lead us, and which point where we are right now on this research?
We are in the middle of the bridge, halfway. So maybe again we have to focus a little bit more the problem. Today, the modern mainstream, the modern language, it's always related to a scientific vision. Of course, scientific vision is important, but what if scientific vision is maybe too small to really focus and to really understand the universe? The method that we still use today all over the world, talking about science, is to measure effects, to try to take measurements. But when you have a measurement, you always have something that already happened, because you tested, you took that number. It means that it happened. So we are still working around as a technology, a science that is focused on the past. Until something is not happened, you can measure it. Okay, there is not yet a science about the present, about what is going on now. It's still not finished, it's not complete. Okay, when we talk about cryotherapy, when we talk about many kind of energy related to ASP experiments, or temples, energy of a temple, and so on, we are talking about something that is happening now. That's why it's a challenge to measure. But there is something we can measure. We can measure the effects. So we can measure the phenomenon. We can't catch it, but we can measure the effect of the phenomenon. We have to be aware that we are measuring the effect of something that happened, but not what happened. That's another important point.
And thank you, Gnomo. So by now, if we have to share today, thanks to your researches, what would be what in our spiritual journey, what this energy dimension, this energy research could bring us? What how this make a difference in our daily life, or what
Sorry,
we should know?
can you repeat, because the audio went
Okay, went off.
Yeah.
So, how the energy topic affect our spiritual journey, or what we should know that you can tell us about energy that can affect our spiritual journey?
Mm. I hope that you like my answers, but I don't think so. Energy is always present. So actually, when we talk about these kind of topics, we are talking about the kind of energy is affecting us, and what is the effect on the energy on us. So we are out of balance, or we are in the balance, so in the middle. Okay, we are equilibrated, we are harmonious, we are in balance, or we are out of balance, because a lot of energy sometimes it's very bad. Sometimes we need to lose energy, no? Okay, so it's always a matter of balance. It's not a matter of, okay. So when we talk about, for example, pranotherapy, we are talking about something that is beyond the idea of energy. It's not only the energy, but is a system where, according to your frequency, according to your balance or imbalance, this kind of treatment will add a drop in the right way in order to move yourself to the right balance. That's the Okay, so this is another aspect we have to take in account. Today, all over the world, in the industry, in the research, in science, especially governments, they ask for a lot of energy. We need a lot of energy, tons of kilowatts of energy. But the most important effect we can have on the body, they are always related of very small amount of energy, drops, little drop of energy, more than we can slow down, and more that we can spend the volume of the noise, more that we can have effect. So we are always talking about very small drops of energy. That's why it's not easy to measure it. I want to give an example. Few years ago, the Belgrade University um, with a researcher, the Bosnian researcher that went to Damanhur many times, that discovered the pyramids in Bosnia. He went in Damanhur with people from the Belgrade University with a lot of instruments, and they took a lot of measurements in the crystal spiral close to the Temple of Humankind. And they were amazed because they found a sound, they found a vibration, constant, very linear, something that in nature is absolutely not possible to create. So a sound, a frequency, and this frequency was 10 hertz per second. So 10 oscillation per second. It's a very low frequency. Something that we can feel is so slow that we can't feel it. It's too slow. We are faster, okay? That this kind of vibration. But this very slow kind of vibration, it's a Healy frequency. Why nature is so comfortable for people when you walk inside the woods? Because the vibration inside the woods is very low. So less energy in the right place. That's the secret. And that's why it's a challenge, because we are not talking about a tons, huge amount of energy to measure. Do you understand? So the problem is not only about the kind of energy, but it's about the complete system, the complete approach that sometimes is completely wrong. Or another example, long time ago, in 1988, I remember, a French researcher understood proof that water has a memory. Okay, all the international community of researchers, they were very aggressive because he was actually proving that homeopathy is working. Okay, so all the doctors, they were completely pissed off about this research about the memory of water. What they did, in order to destroy the person and the research, they tried to do the same research in other laboratories with people that they're very aggressive, convinced that everything was wrong. Of course, of the results, they were wrong. Why? Because this kind of memory, this kind of vibration is so thin, is so weak, that also your approach can change the result of the measure. Today it's clear. It's clearer because with quantum mechanics today, it's very clear what's going on with your when you do a test, the pressure of your wheel, the energy that it's so weak, it's so difficult to feel. But it's a problem. It's a problem. So we have to dance between the need to prove something to demonstrate something, and in the other hand, we have to handle energy that are so weak and so slow that it's difficult to touch it without change it. Okay, that's why from thousands of years, people all over the world, they learn that to enter into a temple you need respect, because your unrespect, your aggressivity can destroy that energy. But if you pay attention of the kind of energy, if you take care about this energy, this energy will affect you. Okay.
Clear.
Sorry for my very long answer.
This is why we love you, Gnomo. This is why we love you.
Because I talk a lot.
Ecco. Your explanation give us new insight. And I mean, about energy, as I said at the beginning, is a very mainstream topic inside the spiritual world, let's call it like that, which it may be very easy to misunderstand or mislead in some of the explanation. What we are doing here is try to touch this topic in new points, and I think also Damanhur is 50 years using energies, and now is approaching other researcher and a scientific approach to begin to test what we have been doing for 50 years with new tools, which is really the beginning also for us. So if you are listening to this conversation and you are a researcher, reach us, because we are here open to have conversation and to host you and to find ways to collaborate in this direction. Gnomo, what would you suggest to begin to experience energy, to begin to have an experience, a perception of the energies? What could we do? Where we could begin?
It's very simple. It's very direct. It's also for free. We need to breathe and to pay attention about our breathing. Very simple technique. When we go to sleep, we spend 10 minutes breathing, paying attention of your breath, of your breathing, paying attention of the air that enter, you inhale and you exhale. So this action to slow down, to spend all the different sounds, all the different noises all around your mind, breathing, it's a very good way to clean your laboratory. If your laboratory is dirt, you can't feel anything. We need the atomic bombs. If your laboratory is clean, you can listen. To start to listen, you have to slow down, to breathe, and to be focused on your breathing. One thing, I have to inhale, I have to exhale, I have to inhale, I have to exhale for 10 minutes every day. In 17th day, if you do it every day constantly, you will start to listen. What you will listen for the music of yourself, and you will listen for the music of time. This is the very first step. You have to clean the laboratory and to prepare yourself to listen. Because to listen, we have to be ready to listen. In order to listen, we have to be ready. We need to change this daily noise world, because we are deeply inside this noise. Everywhere, everyone with television, old electronic instruments, everything is creating a lot of noise. If you clean your laboratory and you start to pay attention on your breath, on your breathing, you come back to the present. Coming back to the present, you can start to listen. You have to be a testimony of what is going on to yourself. It's not difficult. It's difficult to be constant, to do it every day. So start doing that tonight. Stop. Do not try to, don't challenge yourself saying, I have to do it for 2 months. No, that's a trap for your mind. Your mind will find every possible excuse not in order to escape this aspect. So you have to say, tonight I'll do it, only tonight. And tomorrow you'll say, tonight I'll do it.
Tonight again, and tonight, and tonight. But
Yes.
Nyomo, last question for you. Do you think that the fact that we are orienteering our perception on energy and we're doing a journey where we try to develop a sensibility to be in touch with energy can somehow help us face the social challenges that we are facing nowadays that I don't want to mention. We all know what we are talking about because there are so many that it's going to be a huge list. But do you think doing such a work can lead us as humanity or as a small group of people doing kind of this work to create a kind of a change useful for these huge challenges that we are facing, which are mainly connected with the matter?
Definitely, because every one of us all over the world, every person, every human is always or too much or not enough. So it's always a matter of equilibrium. Coming back to your breathing, discovering what is your rhythm. People are breathing slowly. People are breathing more in a faster way. You have to find what is your rhythm, what is your sound, what is yourself, what is your music. Okay, so discovering what is your real music, you can come back to your equilibrium, because we are always or too much or not enough. This unequilibrium, it's always creating a lot of problems. Coming back to the center, we can change this effect on reality. It's very simple. We have to face something simple that we can approach, that we can face every day, and not to try to solve everything in 1 week. That's a trap. So a small challenge every day. Tonight, for 10 minutes, I will breathe and I will come back to my slow rhythm, breathing, focus on myself and not to everything else. That's the first target. That's the way to fix the problem, to be too much or not enough. This is my idea. We need something simple, because complexity or complication, it's full. It's all over the world.
Thank you, Nyomo.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
thank you. Okay, so thank you everyone to have following us. As always,
Thank you
you can
too.
find here below the videos all the information to connect with Damanhur on our online communities, events, on and on, courses, programs, visits, on and on and on and on. And thank you, Nyomo, and thank to all of you to have been following us.
Bye bye.
Con voi, bye bye.